Archer and Joby Aviation. We've had extreme panic and extreme fear. But when will all this end? It's time to get to work. Right, guys, I'm not going to beat around the bush. The reason we're here today is Archer's down 20% over the month, and Joby is down 26% over the month. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and I just don't think it would be right for me to be constantly here when the stock was going up, and then not be here when we see a massive pullback like this. So we're going to share a bit of my thoughts today. I'm going to be honest, completely honest, what we are doing. Now, some of you won't agree with me, but I think for the honesty of the channel and for you to follow my personal journey through investing, it's only right that I say what we are genuinely doing in this. And we have shared some of our trades in the Discord. So if you want to join that, it'll be in the comments below. But another thing I've been bringing to all my videos recently, and it's, to be fair, made me enjoy YouTube that little bit more. I've been able to share personal stories about my life or how it resonates with the stock market. So I'm going to bring a little bit of that into it again today. So we're going to start off. Yes, younger me. So when I was younger, and I think this is going to resonate with some of you guys, because I can imagine most people that watch this have the same amount of passion for the stock market. Yes, you might not be as passionate about Joby or Archer, or you might be more passionate about Joby or Archer. But I think this is in relation to the whole stock market. So ever since I was younger, I was passionate about stock market, passionate about businesses. But when you're younger and when you're in your school, it's not really the done thing. And I always found it hard to find little groups or cliques that shared the same passion as me. And that's why I find it extremely hard. You'll notice over the last 4 or 5 days, I've been pumping out short form content. And I expressed day 1, day 2, day 3 about my goal to grow both my Archer and Joby community to 10,000 enthusiasts. Now, the reason why 10,000 is so monumental to me is it's a personal goal of mine just to see, can I do it? But in another way, I just think times like these are the most important. When you're seeing your portfolio pull back, like, I'll be 100% honest with you, my portfolio is down 35% or so due to being heavy in the likes of your Rocket Labs, your Red Wires, your Jobies and Archers. So it's nice to have some people that we can connect with and are going through the same thing. Now, I know some of you are going to hate on it, but I just think I would hate to sell my stock due to extreme fear of other people just because I haven't been able to connect with the right people. On the flip side, I would hate to stay in a stock just because I only talk to people that are bullish about a stock. And that's why I'm going to be completely honest today with what both me and Reese are doing in our portfolio. So if this resonates well with you, if when you were growing up, you felt a little bit sort of left out, you felt a little bit weird, well, you can come be weirdos with us, honestly. But anyway, enough of this story time with the Hustle Brothers. Let's get on to Joby and Archer during this extreme pullback. So go on to Joby first. Joby's down, 4.3% at time of recording. And that's about 26% over the month. I'm going to share with you what my thoughts are about Joby because it is starting to get quite frustrating with them. We've had no news as such. I'm not going to lie to you. We've had no news that is substantial about Joby over the past, 2 months. And then on the flip side, we have Archer, who is completely pulled back, and we're at 6% down today. Archer have completely changed what they're doing going forward. They're pursuing more of a hybrid model when it's going to the Department of Defense. Yes, we've seen that 300 million dilution, but long term, I am quite bullish now on this Anduril partnership. That does not take away from they're still pushing heavy towards a 2025 rollout in Abu Dhabi commercially for normal passengers. It's a bit of swings and roundabouts. And one thing I want to ask the community before I share my thoughts is this earnings call gonna make Archer eclipse Joby for the first time? Or is Joby just that one step ahead and just that silent steam train that we keep going on about, and they're just going to pull it out of the bag this time again? So, what are we doing today? Well, I might leave that to last because I don't think many of you are too concerned about what Mr. Liam or Mr. Reese is doing. However, my thoughts going into the earnings, 100%, Archer, I think, are going to have good earnings. I think the amount of PR that's being pushed out, we've had near enough 730 million raised in this whole partnership with Anduril. We're going to hear a lot about this Department of Defense. I think the reason the stock market is pulling back is due to these tariffs. You have the likes of Nvidia, who 80% of their materials is made in Taiwan. So when stocks like Nvidia are being beaten down, you're going to get your speculative stocks like your Jobies and Archers. So that's one way to look at it. Yes, we've pulled back, but Joby might be a little bit of a different story. But I don't think there's any necessary reason why we're going to pull back this much, apart from this whole macro condition and just everyone just jumping out of the market. We've had a lot of FOMO buyers lately. People that don't actually believe in it, they're just in it for a quick buck. They were going to jump out after the earnings call anyway. So guys, I think a lot of us have rode this hype train up with these guys, and now people are feeling a little bit disappointed that the stock's pulling back. However, that's not saying that you could sell and jump in at a lower price. But I'm going to get onto that. When it comes to Joby have never been like Archer when it comes to PR, so I don't know why people are too surprised that they're not constantly pumping out this PR. I said it in one of my recent live streams that I would actually prefer you not to constantly tell me that your tail is more or less certified, your wings are more or less certified, your seats are looking good. To be fair, I just want substantial information. Some people like these little bits. I know Reese does like these little updates here and there. And to be fair, for sentiment-wise, I can see why some people like that, because talk about Joby and Archer recently is a bit like talking about chalk and cheese. However, what people are forgetting, and the reason I have always bought Joby, is because they're so close to certification. They know how to get this over the line if anyone's going to get it over the line. That has not changed. The only thing that has changed is they're not pushing out adverts. Now, I am unsure about this. If anyone does know, is Joe Ben still acting as the CFO? Or is that something we're going to hear about in the earnings call? Please let me know below. So what are my thoughts going into this earnings? Am I buying? Have I sold? Or do I expect the price to go up or down after earnings? We have bought into both Archer and Joby. Guys, I am not selling at this price. Not a chance. I said my philosophy has always been buying the red days, selling the green days. So it'd be a little bit, I don't know, I'd be a bit of a liar if I started selling Joby or Archer. And it's not trying to save my face, but I genuinely can see them going up. However, do I think they'll go up after earnings? No, I don't think they're going to go up. I think it'll hinge on Nvidia. If Nvidia have a good earnings that absolutely blow it out of the water, potentially it could lift the whole market. However, I can see this whole market pushing back for another 2, 3, 4 weeks, and we might go sideways for a while. But guys, I do think we will, over the next month or two. This is going to end, this whole pullback. And I know some of you are quite new to investing, because we do get quite a few people that are new to investing on this channel. Guys, this does happen all the time. We've just went through a massive phase of growth, and I think some of us have got a little bit too relaxed. We were too happily buying at these high prices. Guys, we got to remember, over the long term, it doesn't matter whether we're buying at $6, we're buying at $8, we're buying at $9. If you think it's going to be $100, $200 share price in 5, 10, 20 years' time, you're not going to remember. So I'm going to leave you with that thought. Do not panic sell, but don't spend all your capital buying. Now, meet me at Archer and Joby's earnings.